Quiet on set. We're live. We're live. Oh wait, the drummer's rolling up. Oh no, wait.
All right, guys, we took a little beer break, a little bathroom break, but we are back nonetheless. This is Barn Time, episode 19. And again, we're here for music because we love it so much. We're here with our friends, Maracuyá. Thank you so much for being here. Almost, was that right?
Maracuyá.
We're working on it. This is a history lesson. So Kyer and I and the Barn Time crew were with you guys maybe a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We did a session. Andrew was doing some sound, killing it over there. Where was that spot? That was
the World Passion Project. Their headquarters in East Village, downtown San
spot.
Diego. Yeah.
With Mark
Lamson.
runs that.
Yeah, amazing. I think that must have been the best time we had the whole quarantine.
I think the quarantine. That was the highlight of our quarantine.
Quarantine.
So yeah, we're just stoked to be here, and sorry about the technical difficulties, but we're back, and I think it won't happen again.
Yeah.
And we're on the band's back, so we're gonna hit it off with the first tune from Maracuyá. Let's hit it, boys.
Thank you.
One more song. Next song.
Los pares, baby.
Alguien comentó en el barrio que tu hijo se parece a mí y ahora lo anda repitiendo todo el mundo por ahí. Y tu esposo, que es mi amigo, se lo ha tomado muy mal y ayer me vio por la tarde y no me quiso tratar. Explícale tú, aclárale bien que los rasgos anatómicos no dicen nada y cualquier parecido puede ser casualidad. Que desde que está contigo todo cambió, que es la esposa de un amigo, no va a la cama conmigo. Explícale tú, aclárale bien. Hazle ver a tu marido que lo nuestro es solo una amistad, que el pasado nunca vuelve y el presente importa más. Esta rara coincidencia no perturbe su inocencia y el que duda tiene que se haga un ADN. El que duda tiene se hace un ADN. No me compliques con esos temas, tú sabes que no me conviene. El que duda tiene se hace un ADN. Ay, que ese chamaco se parece a mí, es pura coincidencia. Yo tranquilo con mi conciencia. El que duda tiene se hace un ADN. Oye, déjalo correr, déjalo que suene. El que duda tiene se hace un ADN. Y esto se pone caliente. ¿Cómo? Repiten otra vez. Cachín, cachán, cachumba. Cuestión de género. Aunque se parezca a mí, ese no es mi nene. Cuestión de género. El barrio con la lengua larga, con el chisme y con el brete. Que los vecinos son bien concha, ahora pretenden que yo compre la leche. Que si los vecinos, que si los pañales, que si el niño está llorando. Cuestión de género. Ah, voy a salir volando como Matías Pérez. Cuestión de género. Y como dice mi vecina, que gente, caballero, pero que gente. Sí. Cuestión de género. Cuestión de género. Cuestión de género. Cuestión de género. Como dice el coro. Estás mi sangre, estás mi gente. Historias que pasan diario en el barrio, siempre igual, con su teje y maneje. Estás mi sangre, estás mi gente. Somos y ahora, mira, está gozando mi gente. Estás mi sangre, estás mi gente. Desde Oriente hasta Occidente, vamos todos a bailar. La 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 la, la 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 la. Hazle ver a tu marido que lo nuestro es solo una amistad. El pasado nunca vuelve y el presente importa más. Esta rara coincidencia no perturbe su inocencia y el que duda tiene que se haga un ADN.
Thank you.
Wow, that was incredible, guys. Maracuyá. Wow, well, maybe you guys could introduce the band. Maybe Jesse or Diego, Omar. Who's got a mic? There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me? Can you hear me out there? Internet world, real world, all the world. All right, I'm gonna start from the far left. On guitar, we have Mr. Oskar Beckmann. On the keyboards, we have El Profesor del Amor. That's all I'm gonna tell you right now. Mr. Julio. On vocals, we have Dante Loaiza. We have Mrs. Jensine Benitez. Jesse Audelo on the vocals and also all the arrangements. Thank you, Jesse. On the keyboard on the right, we have Brian Repec. This takes a really long time when the band is 16 musicians. What we got, 16?
Yeah.
All right, 16.
Gotta showcase them all, man. Make sure everyone knows.
Nintendo 64. On the congas, we have my good friend David. Castañeda. Sorry. See, there's a lot of people to remember. I'm just going to go first name basis. On trombone, we got Mr. Willie.
Yeah, Willie.
Next, we got Kevin.
Yeah.
Julian. We have Brad.
Yeah, Brad.
On the most key instrument of this band, we have Mr. Yudel on Guiro. On drum set, we have Mario.
Yeah, Mario.
My name's Omar, and the band leader and the brainchild of this, this is the brainchild of Mr. Diego Velasquez right there on the timbales. The only man crazy enough to start a 16-piece orchestra during the pandemic. Thank you.
Thanks, Omar. That's Omar Lopez on bass and doing the musical directing. And yeah, maybe you guys could tell us a little bit about timba music real quick. Whoever wants to. Jesse?
Sure. So for people who haven't heard timba music, I think the very first thing that I tell people is, they're familiar with salsa, right? And I think it's just salsa on steroids. It's a next evolution beyond salsa. So for whatever reason, salsa got really popular in the United States, and you don't hear much about what happened after that, right? But obviously in the Caribbean, in Cuba and Puerto Rico, like, different styles were still emerging. They were still evolving, right? And so this is just an evolution of that style, right? And in fact, it's still evolving now, but some of the tunes are even I don't want to say out of date, but they're a little older. The style is still evolving, essentially. So that's what timba is. Think of it as salsa on steroids, just fun dancing music. It's musicians salsa for sure.
Right. We're stoked to have the dancers out today too. It's so much fun. It's a good time.
You guys make such beautiful music, and we're so happy to have you guys here. A wise woman once said, it's not the particles that make us what we are, it's the stories. And what is the story that Maracuyá is trying to bring it and manifest into San Diego?
Yeah, Diego.
So basically, this has been a dream of mine for a long time, to actually be able to play this music that's near and dear to my heart. So for me, I had the privilege of actually beginning my musical journey in Cuba, in La Habana. That's where I started studying, come back to San Diego, and I just fell in love with the music. I started with the traditional style son, and then eventually through my relative Saul Silva, little shout out there for him, he introduced me to this music, and then I was just blown away. And ever since then, it's always been my dream to be able to play this music that I love so much, and have always wanted to bring this to Southern California, to San Diego specifically, because I think this is what is missing here in town. So I'm very grateful to all of you guys here. Thank you guys from Quarintime for giving us the opportunity to actually do this and to fulfill this kind of dream and goal. So thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And thank you so much to Iroko for coming here and being a part of this.
Yeah.
We can't do it without him because this is popular dance music right here. Most important, it's dance music at the end of the day. So
if you're out there watching, you better start dancing at home too.
Tag us in your home dancing video.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the name of that last tune that you had there?
It's called
ADN.
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 It means DNA in
There we
English.
go.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah.
Alain.
Alain Perez, yeah.
Awesome. Well, maybe we could hear a couple more songs from you guys.
Sure.
All right.
Thanks again for being here, Maracuyá.
Vive tranquila, con el derecho, no te detengas, porque todo está contento. Ve calculando, paso por paso. Si se te olvida alguna cosa, ven a verme y te repaso. Anda derecho, mira el destino y ya verás cómo se unen dos caminos. Llena tu espacio de sentimientos y olvida el tango, que el bolero viene con el tiempo. Vamos a ver qué pasará cuando Cupido te dispare. ¿Qué pasará? Cuando el amor llegue tan claro como el agua de los mares. A lo mejor vas a sentir como te llena la ternura. No sentirás que la ternura de este mundo terminó. Y cuando pienses que todo terminó, ahí estoy yo. Cuando creas que todo se te cae, ahí es donde hay. Cuando creas que todo se acabó, ahí estoy yo. Caramba, cuando el río suena, porque piedras trae. Vamos a ver qué pasará cuando Cupido te dispare. ¿Qué pasará? Cuando el amor llegue tan claro como el agua de los mares. A lo mejor vas a sentir como te llena la ternura. Y sentirás que la ternura de este mundo terminó. Y cuando creas que todo terminó, ahí estoy yo. Mira que te vengo cantando bonito yo. Ahí es donde hay. Cuando creas que todo se te cae, ahí estoy yo. Caramba, cuando el río suena y se vaya, camina por arriba el mambo. Y con mi gente de primera y de primera. Vamos a ver qué va a pasar cuando Cupido te dispare. Y sí, dice: a ver, ¿qué pasará cuando Cupido te dispare? ¿Qué pasará con tu corazón? Oye, de melocotón. A ver, ¿qué pasará cuando Cupido te dispare? Niña, te veo bailando congas, suavecito y con la clave. Vamos para allá. Chere, 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 chere. Como yo, no hay nadie que te quiera como yo.
Como yo no hay dos.
Y aunque digan que soy un bandolero donde voy,
Como yo no hay dos.
como yo no hay nadie, como yo no hay nadie que te quiera como yo.
Como yo no hay dos.
Y aunque digan que soy un bandolero donde voy,
A ver, ¿qué pasará cuando Cupido te dispare?
aprende. Thank you. Andando por los caminos en mi soledad, penando como un mendigo en la oscuridad de amor. De pronto la luz del día volvió a brillar y era el perfume de una mujer que me volvió a enamorar. Creyéndome el rey del mundo caí en su trampa. No demoré ni un segundo en depositar confianza, sin pensar que las mujeres son copas finas, pero llevan el poder, el dolor y la esperanza. Fueron tantos los meses que tuve para quererla, mas no pude darme cuenta que un día podía perderla. No supe más de mi tiempo, tan solo yo la quería. Y no sé cómo es que nadie vino a decirme que era tan mala María. Fueron tantos los meses que tuve para quererla, no pude darme cuenta que un día podía perderla. No supe más de mi tiempo, tan solo yo la quería. Y no sé cómo es que nadie vino a decirme que era tan mala María.
Qué bobería la mía. Yo que la quería buena, caramba, era tan mala María.
El amor y el interés se fueron al campo un día, y más pudo el interés que el amor que me tenías, María.
Qué bobería la
¡Qué
mía.
bobería!
Yo que la quería buena, caramba, era tan mala María.
María, jugaste con mis sentimientos, se rompió el amor, todo lo que prometía.
Qué bobería la mía.
¡Qué bobería la mía!
Yo que la quería buena, caramba, era tan mala María.
Cosa, déjate de cuento y de jarana, déjate de bobería, que yo soy el hombre bueno que te canta todo el día. Ese soy yo, y me dicen Guiro, con la gente de primera, de primera, de primera, de primera. Y las mujeres me enseñaron que hay que tener cuidado con las mujeres que te dicen que te quieren y después te dan la espalda y tú detrás de su falda te vuelven como que loco con esa cosita buena y a la hora de la verdad el alma te le envenena. Cuidado, cuidado, dice, cuidado, cuidado, anda, cuidado, como dice, como dice el coro. Vaya camino por arriba el amor. Escúchame eso. ¡Qué bobería!
En la calle
por Chula Vista. Sí. Thank you, thank you.
Wow. Incredible, you guys. You guys are way too tight. This is insane.
It is so hard to stand still when you guys are playing. There's
Nearly impossible.
pure life. Yeah.
That's the point.
So we did a little roundabout with the audience. They're very curious. They got a lot of questions. They're your music is so sweet, and it's clearly in the name as well. Do you want to tell us a little about the origin of the name, what it means?
So the name Maracuyá, it just means passion fruit in Spanish, and so obviously you can tell we are trying to evoke that sweetness, that passion, especially a tropical fruit, right? So if you just think of all those things, hopefully it describes Maracuyá, this band.
It really does. It's a perfect name. We know you guys like to eat fresh and grow your own food too. Some familiar faces here. We had Willie's band, Fresh Veggies, on with Jesse also. Yeah. And so I know a lot of you guys are so familiar and you have so many different bands around San Diego. Any ones you want to shout out or
No,
share?
not really.
No. No, this is about Maracuyá. Yeah, well, maybe you guys could talk a little bit about how important the percussion is. I know there's so many people on percussion. You're saying how the güero is the most important instrument in this music, and it drives everything. So maybe you guys could talk about that a little bit.
You're close. The Guiro.
Guiro. Sorry, I'm a güero.
It's something a little different. It's all right.
It's all right. It's cool,
Hey, no harm, no foul, man.
We're learning.
Yeah, we're cool.
It's all the spelling,
I
but
appreciate you trying.
I tried, yeah.
So yeah, the percussion is the most important part of this music. This music comes from the African diaspora that somehow survived the mid-Atlantic slave trade. Music that comes all the way from West Africa and it's made its way all the way to the Caribbean, to North America, Central America, South America. There's a lot of rhythms in this music that you'll hear all throughout the Americas, all throughout Africa. You'll hear influences in Spain, you'll hear influences in Italy, but this music is the most current, and I say the most current evolution, and I say that in a very careful way because there's a lot of very beautiful, amazing new music. But in Cuba, there was a very, very strong tradition that was retained by the African slaves who had maybe one day or a few hours on a certain day that they weren't working to be able to express themselves and express themselves through ritual, through dance, through food, through song, through poetry, and so there's a lot of rhythms that this music still maintains to this very day. And so part of putting a timba band together is not just gathering 16 musicians, it's gathering musicians that are specialists at what they do. And so we have PhD candidate right here, Mr. David Castañeda, who knows, we could talk about literature. He's an encyclopedia of rhythms, and it sounds much simpler than it actually is. There's language, there's poetry, there's prose, there's religion involved. And so then next to him we have Mario Hubbard, who from St. Louis just kind of knows what to play and all this stuff. Okay, we have Diego, who also, like he said and gave you guys a little tiny snippet of it, he started his studying of this music back in La Habana. And of course we have Mr. Yudel right here, who lives and breathes this music. There's a language. Everything about this music is arranged around the percussion. Yeah, the effects and breaks and punches, and I feel like I'm driving like an old Volkswagen or something. That's like you have to really know how to drive it. Stick shift, because this band has so many gears, and the first and most powerful gear is always the percussion. And so, without a tightness and a understanding of what these rhythms are supposed to be, which we have practiced for hours and hours and hours on our own, and then here, this music kind of doesn't work. It just sounds like you can go to the beach and hear a campfire, whatever drum circle, but like this is very intense. There's conversations going on that are so minute to the point that it might be a conversation between one of his drums and one cowbell on that side. And if it's not right, then the music's not right. And so the percussion is the utmost important instrument of this band. It's the engine, it's the motor, it's everything. I spent my time studying this music. I went to school for it. I played percussion. Like, bass is cool. It comes after the fact. The percussion is first. Jesse got to do all that, Cal Arts. Everybody here understands that if you don't know what's going on here, horns know this especially, you will get lost in this music. You'll get lost. It's so cyclical. It's so raw, and it's very, very much not like what we know here. Yeah, it's not such a Western idea, concept of composition. There's no set lines and barriers. It's very cyclical. It's very conversational. It's like an amoeba that just keeps on stretching this way and then that way. There's no straight path. And so that's a very long answer. Sorry.
No, that was amazing. No, thank you for sharing that. Seriously. And we're lucky to be able to enjoy all the hard work that you guys have put in, because it's just thousands and thousands of hours into studying.
And you could feel it too. It's like almost intuitive. You're like, the music is telling you what your body to do.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. And yeah, another question that you guys had was, by the way, we're so happy to have friends and family here. It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
And happy to have you guys here. But the people want to know where they can see you guys next. The live performance. I know you guys do the Curbside series, which was pretty rad. Do you have any shows coming up?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
How do they find out?
You got a website, Maracuyá, Facebook,
Instagram.
Right?
Facebook and Instagram are the fastest way, especially Instagram. We're on top of that for sure. At Maracuyá Band. At Maracuyá Band on Instagram.
And if you want to learn more about each member, I love that you...
MARACUYA Band. All together.
And you can learn more about each member here. Like we were saying, all of you guys are such amazing musicians, have different projects, so I like that you did a great job of showing that on the website and stuff, how a little bio of everyone, so that's awesome. Sweet. Well, maybe we could get go ahead.
I got one little quick addition that my good friend Brian right here
Brian
can tell you guys. The Spanish language is oh so simple. There's not a lot of tricky words because they all sound exactly like they're spelled. So a word like maracuyá, maracuyá. A word like pyramid, piramide. And it's spelled just the way that you hear it. So maracuyá.
I love it. Thank you. Yeah, Brian. Cool. Well, maybe we could hear. You guys got one more tune?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. We'll take it away, guys.
Para que siempre estés seguro en este largo caminar. No te despaces sin apuro, la luna te puede salvar. Y cuando creas que estás solo, ella siempre ahí estará, casi hasta que amanezca, contigo andará. No tengas miedo, caminante, la calle no te asustará. Hay más de 1.000.000 de estrellas en el cielo, ya verás. Yo solo pido que cuando me veas de noche, me alumbres con tu luz, me protejas de la oscuridad, de la frialdad de la madrugada. No solo a mí, a todas las personas que siempre están pensando en ti. No pequeños con luz que se puedan divertir. A todas las personas que
esta canción. Y a ti mi luna, porque sé que me darás una bendición, luna. Tú solo puedes alumbrar el camino de todos estos seres divinos que siempre andamos de madrugada. De fiesta en fiesta. No demores, luna, dame la bendición. No demores, porque no estoy mintiendo, dámela. Que yo no estoy mintiendo, es de verdad. Luna, no demores, luna, dame la bendición. Contigo ya no hay misterio, el misterio se me fue y recé. Yo qué haría sin ti si no estuvieras tú, si no existieras tú, mi luna. Yo qué haría sin ti si no estuvieras luna, si no existieras tú, mi luna. Entonces, madrugador, no te miras, que la luna va contigo. Dale gracias a la vida que estamos vivos. Mano para arriba, la gente de la noche, la luna llena. Como dice, mano para arriba. Este coro tiene algo bien para los nenes, para las nenas. Mano para arriba, la gente de la noche, la luna llena. Como dice, mano para arriba. Entonces, mano para arriba sin pena. Mano para arriba. 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 Me gusta blanquita redonda, yo me conformo con cuarto menguante, pero si viene creciente, con mi gente no hay que me aguante. Lo que traiga lo tiro para adelante. Con mi gente no hay que me aguante. Con lo mío no tengo freno. Con mi gente no hay que me aguante. Oye, ya estamos vivos. Con mi gente no hay que me aguante. ¿Quién dijo que todo está perdido ya? No hay que me aguante. Yo vengo a ofrecer mi corazón. Con mi gente no hay que me aguante. La mecánica sí suena. Con mi gente no hay que me aguante. La mecánica sí suena. Me voy y dice everybody bye bye. Con mi gente no hay que me aguante. Everybody bye bye. Con mi gente no hay que me aguante. Mi luna.
Thank you. Gracias.
That was so amazing. Dang, guys. Wow. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Maracuyá. It's been such a good time. Fun time.
Yeah. Thank you guys, and thank you for our little audience. Thank you guys for dancing. Our beautiful dancers from Iroko Dance Company. Thank you guys.
Can you say that one more time? What's the name of the dance company?
Iroko, am I saying that right? Iroko Dance Company.
Iroko.
Now, can you spell it out for us?
I-R-O-K-O. Yeah, R-O-K-O.
I is an E. I is an E in Spanish.
SD? Is it Iroko SD on Instagram?
Iroko.
Iroko SD San Diego franchise.
Spell franchise because that's not it.
I didn't get to that grade level. I can't spell franchise.
And we'll put the link in the YouTube video in the comment section there. And thanks to our wonderful crew. We got Ryan Burrell as our director of photography.
Yeah.
Andrew Ware killing it on the sound. We got Noah, camera operator. We got Jeff, camera operator. We got Rod taking photos. We got lots of cats and dogs around here making it happen. So you guys bring the heat. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, and thanks again to Zach and his family for hosting us here, and we're so thankful for that.
Papa Leo and Barb.
Yeah, this started off as a little vision, and now we're here. So it's surreal. So thank you so much to Maracuyá. You guys were our 19th episode. So next week we have our friend Clinton Prager coming on next Thursday. So we're excited for that. Make sure you tune in next week. And anybody have anything they want to add? All right. Well, keep a lookout for Maracuyá. All right. Until next week, guys. Thanks again.